Tonight, I'm getting wrong or right. It's Gary Moore
versus Gary Moore, and you were very, very wrong on your last time.
You know, okay.
And now it's time for the Thamesmen.
Hello, we are
the Thamesmen. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you, sir. How are you?
Good. So that's George, and he's down in LA, and I'm Alex, and I'm in San Francisco. And if you just stumbled upon us, what we like to do...
Bad luck.
Do apologize about that.
Don't hang around here. Move along. Nothing to see here.
I'm he's the funny one, but I'm the good-looking one. And then what we do is we pick a band, and then we try and pick a track each, and outdo each other, and then score them. And this is, on our laser scoreboard Mark II. And every month we clear the scoreboard and we go again. And tonight, well, George did make a huge mistake. He picked the worst Gary Moore track you could have picked a couple of videos back. So we decided, let's do Moore versus Moore again and give George a chance.
Yeah, I think I upset some people, and Alex rightfully called me out. He called me on my bullshit, but I liked that track. It had something about the 80s, and I like Phil. Anyway, we're not going to rehash old business, but what I've got to do is I've got to thank one of our subscribers, Mr. Hashtag, as his name is, which was quite clever. I thought quite like that. Very clever. It's like hash and then HESH tag. It's like hashtag. I thought that was cool. I like that. So Mr. Hashtag, thank you. He has recommended a track. So I'm taking his recommendation, so I can't be blamed. It's all his fault. No, it's a great track. It's a really good track. So.
Also, we say that you got it wrong or right, but and you're upset and everything. But I think you just let yourself down on the last track.
What are you, like my headmaster or something?
I think you've just horsed. You just let yourself.
It's not me you've hurt. You just let yourself down.
Your family, I'm worried about, dear boy. Anyway, let's see if we can pick ourselves up by the lapels, eh?
Yes, exactly. Let's lift ourselves up by our bootstraps and see what we can do. So so this track is from 1984. The track is called "A Shape of Things," and it's like live at the Emerald Isles, which is Ireland, of course.
Never seen it, never heard it. Brand new.
Yeah,
brand new.
It does start with a little bit of talking because of where the clip I picked it up from, with some family, which actually weirdly, Alex, they look like your characters from Cozy Corner, but we'll see that.
Do they? Nice.
Yeah, they look just like.
And for anyone who's watching this, if you could please like and subscribe and leave what track you would like us to react to next, because that's how it works.
Yeah, so please like and subscribe, and let's have a listen, and then we'll have a chat.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, I'm out of focus. There we go. Let's do it.
Right. So, are you ready, sir?
I am.
3.
Yes.
2. 1. Go.
Ireland's pride is preserved in the spirit of its people. This spirit brought out the very best in Gary Moore, who was surrounded by friends and family of all ages.
Oh, I've got all his records anyway. I'm Gary's auntie.
Oh. So what do you think of his profession?
Oh, he's marvellous. He's marvellous.
I feel very proud of Gary as a father, but firstly, I'm proud of him as a son, secondly, as a musician. Well, he didn't do it through any gimmicks. He did it through sheer ability. And anything he was up on that stage and do
Well,
I mean, how does someone's fingers move that fast and accurately? Move fast
I've never-
and accurately.
I have never seen that. It's just phenomenal. I never knew he was that good.
Yeah. No, it is like, and actually, I think that album, I think was that Victims of the Future was the album, and that was actually the first Gary Moore album I bought. Actually, I remember like I was working with some people, and they played it in this truck we were driving around in. I was like, "Who's this? Who's this?" I was like, "Ah, Gary Moore, Victims of the Future," and it was like, "Oh yeah." And actually, there's some. When I made my bad decision about songs, there was another track I was going to choose from the album, which I like it. I don't know quite, called "Murder in the Skies," which is like the story of a Korean airliner being blown up by the Russians, which doesn't sound particularly thrilling, but I always kind of like that song. But anyway,
But the songs aren't that strong, you know. It was a pretty bad, you know. But I mean, that was just about the solo. The song was dreadful. Anyone who rhymes with, you know, tomorrow you'll be bolder, tomorrow you'll be older. You know, I mean, it's really all about that solo. But the thing about the solo was, it just like if you take it into little segments, he had such unique. He would slow the tempo down, da, 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 and then he'd go on to a really fast bit. You think that's phenomenal, and then he'd go on just a trill of notes so fast. He broke it into little segments, and it was amazing.
No, I that song. Now, so could someone correct me if I'm wrong? Because I saw a reference, and I was trying to do some more digging, and I didn't get very far on it. That actually it's a cover, and it was originally it was a Yardbirds song. They had a song that was called "Shape of Things," and then I think it was Jeff Beck might have done a version.
Amazing guitar, Jeff Beck.
And then like, and I think anyway, I was trying to get further. I didn't get far enough down that rabbit hole, but so it could be a cover. But anyway,
do you like how he did a solo, and then you know the guy with the white leather jumpsuit next to him?
Mm-hmm. Good looking guy. Yep.
Yeah, you know, it's like Gary Moore does solo. I noted the other guy, the other guitarist, he didn't attempt a solo.
Well, he wasn't. Yeah, right.
But after that, you know,
he'd mess up his perm if he did, wouldn't he?
If the poodle perm, I know. It's just like he's like he could go like a thatched cottage if he got too near a firework. But it was just like he was all Gary Moore. I mean, the rest of the band was superfluous. They were really mediocre, but Gary Moore was phenomenal.
Do you know when they recorded that album, not live on that tour, but when they recorded the album in '83, who the drummer was? It was Ian Pace.
I was gonna say Ian Pace.
Yeah. And then he went back to Deep Purple. So yeah.
Well, he was a Whitesnake.
I think he went to Deep Purple.
Or was that Cozy Powell? Cozy Powell in Whitesnake.
Yeah, and then so I think Gary Moore played with all sorts of people. It was like, you know, obviously we had with Phil Lynott.
Did he ever play with Whitesnake?
No, he had one of the other people on the album went back to Whitesnake after recording that album as well. So all over the shop, all over.
Yeah.
I tell you the other thing about Gary Moore. The other thing about Gary Moore, yes, he's an amazing guitarist. And from my dodgy old track before, I like his vocals because he can really belt it out as well. You know, he actually has a decent rock vocal as well.
Nah, I mean he's got a vocal. He can hold his tune. I've only listened to 3 tracks of his. One I'm going to play after this, and 2 tracks before. The vocals never struck me. They were very just like mediocre. But the guitaring for just phenomenal.
Excellent.
Phenomenal. Do. Phenomenal.
So is it time to give ourselves a score?
It is. It's
So is
time.
it time for
Wangers and bangers.
you just do it on purpose.
I know I did. Bangers and wangers.
Right.
Okay.
Now this is where the rubber hits the road, as they say.
Oh, dear me, said the vicar to the nun.
I don't think he said that.
No.
quite.
Well, as he was driving to church.
Down to the presbytery.
Yes. The
We're gonna have a cup of tea and biscuit. Right. Okay. So it's up to you now.
Right. Okay. So my score. Songwriting, yeah, very mediocre. Guitar solo, one of the best I've seen on guitar solos. I mean, I thought I'd seen all the great guitar solos in the world. I really had, but that was absolutely phenomenal. And I'll go back and listen to it again. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your total score? No, break it up into little bits. Give me the total.
I'm gonna break it up into two little bits for the songwriting.
Break it up to little bits.
Solo.
You're not allowed to. That's not in the rules.
I'm gonna give it 7.
It's just giving yourself is what
7.5 for the guitar solo.
Okay.
And 1.5 for the song.
So 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 9 because
No,
the solo.
okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. Yeah, I think you're.
Oh, I don't know. That's really high. That's really high. 9 is really high. It's rich. 8.5. I'm happy on an 8.5. 8.7. 8.7. I'm happy on higher, lower. 8.7 it is.
What is this, auction or something like that, or like
8.7?
Are you sure?
Yes, I am now.
Okay, all right, okay. Great track, and thank you again for the recommendation. Really appreciate it. Hashtag. Amazing guitar solo. I like his vocal. I really do. Not so sure about the jumpsuits, but it was the 80s. Let's face it, we all did some. I can post pictures of Alex in the 80s. We don't want to see it.
I didn't do a jumpsuit. I did the blonde hair.
So, crystal tips. So let's say
you're stuck in the 70s. You just, oil, grease, long hair, denim, double denim, and broken down motorbikes. And I'm your frosty tip mate, with my
yeah. Well, at least you got the birds. So where were we? You said an 8.7. I'm gonna do 8.4. 8.4. Okay. 8.4 is my score. So let's get the computer up. Enough of this messing around. So that's a what's that? That's a 17.1.
Wow.
Yeah. 7. That's not bad. Not bad. So let's have a look. Okay. Oh, it's beat your ELO from earlier. Look at that.
It can be. I mean, it can beat the ELO because in terms of guitaring, in terms of just a solo, that was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Okay, that's pretty damn good.
All right.
So,
well, hang around for part 2 because I'm coming back with my.
Coming back strong, are you?
Yeah, I'm coming back strong. So I will see you in part 2 of Gary Moore versus Gary Moore.
But only if people like and subscribe. Otherwise, we're not coming back. We're done. We're out.
If you don't like and subscribe, we'll keep on making these videos. There you go. See ya.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.